We will now hear a keynote speech about risk management and how Chinese investors can manage their portfolio. V, I will let you introduce yourself and your experience and get right on to it.
The number of days, how many people stop out, like the account goes to zero in a number of days. And the difference between how fast they all go to zero is the degree of leverage that the platform allows them to have, right? So if it's regulated in Singapore, you can only have 50 to 1 leverage, then your account will last longer than usual. But if it's unregulated, you have leverage 200 to 1, 100 to 1. Most likely, the account goes to zero in a number of days, and if you're really good at it, maybe you can last a week or two. But that's the state of the industry. And then, as you can see, 13% only continue to trade after 3 years, and they probably survive because they learn from their mistakes. And after 5 years, 7% remain. Of course, I would like to think that the rest, they drop out because they've made so much money, they decided not to trade anymore. But it's very unlikely. I've yet to see anybody who makes a lot of money and say, oh yeah, I'm done, I'm not going to trade anymore. Whatever it is, you have periods of time where you make money. And you remember this. You remember this all the time. Like, wow, it's so great, it's so easy to make money. It's just a click of a button, I've made 5%, 10%. But the problem is not about making money. The problem is about not losing money. And most people do not make money in the long run is because they tend to lose more money than they make when they lose money. So when they make, they may make 5%, but when they lose 10% or they lose 20%. And some people even lose 100% in one trade, right? Because they do not have the risk management abilities to limit their stops and understand that it is not about getting every trade right, but it's about getting most of the trades right over the long run. Even not most. If you get 50-50, it's still okay, right? If you read comments from great traders like George Soros, Paul Tudor Jones, they never tell you that the hit ratio is above 50. Hardly ever. They don't say, I'm right most of the time. But most of the time, they attribute their success to when they are wrong, they don't lose as much money as when they are right. When they're right, they make a lot more money when they lose.